Let's get something straight. Not every woman manipulates. Not every tactic is malicious. But make no mistake, female manipulation is real, and most men never see it coming because it's not always loud, it's not always dramatic. It's subtle, emotional, weaponized, through silence, suggestion, and softness. That's why today we're exposing the top 10 female manipulation tactics every man must know, not to attack women, but to armor men. This is not red pill rage. This is Stoic awareness. Because the Stoic man doesn't control people. He controls his own mind. So if you've ever felt confused, guilt-tripped, or like you were playing a game you didn't know the rules of, this is for you. Let's begin. Part 1. The guilt mirror. This tactic is all about projected guilt. You do something neutral, go out with your friends, focus on your work, even just take space to think, and suddenly you're met with, "It's fine, do whatever you want. I just thought we were more important than that. I didn't say I was upset, you just don't care clearly." Here's the twist. You didn't actually do anything wrong, but she makes you feel like you did. That's the guilt mirror. She reflects your own independence back at you as if it's selfishness. Stoic response. Guilt only works on men without inner clarity. Know your values, own your choices. You're not responsible for managing her emotions. Part 2. The selective memory game. This one's sly. She remembers what serves her and forgets what doesn't. She'll recall everything you ever said that hurt her, but mysteriously forget the compromises you made, the favors you did, the nights you stayed, up listening. Why? Because selective memory keeps her in the emotional high ground. She's the victim. You're the offender. The scale is always tilted. Stoic insight. No man is hurt but by himself. Epictetus, keep your own mental seats. Don't argue with twisted versions of the past. Stick to calm facts, not emotional edits. Part 3. The poor me syndrome. This is when femininity is used as a shield. She paints herself as fragile, overwhelmed, misunderstood. It makes you lower your guard, feel like a protector, and overcompensate. Soon, you're apologizing for things that weren't your fault, doing things that drain you, making decisions based on her weakness, not your logic. But what you don't see is, helplessness can be a disguise for control. Because if she's always the victim, she's never accountable. Stoic. Stand. Pity clouds judgment. Compassion is good. Codependency is not. Help her grow, but never shrink yourself to save her. Part 4. Withholding affection. When a woman starts using intimacy like a currency, you've entered dangerous ground. Suddenly, hugs disappear after arguments. Physical touch becomes transactional. Words of affirmation are dangled like rewards. This isn't natural emotional distance. It's a strategy. She's teaching you, be who I want or I'll pull away. And slowly you adjust, you say less, you please more. You become less of yourself, more of her puppet. Stoic power. True intimacy isn't earned through submission. It flows through mutual respect. Never trade your integrity for affection. Part 5. The silent treatment. Weapon silence can be golden, but when used manipulatively, it's toxic. She shuts down, doesn't explain, withdraws emotionally. You're left in limbo, walking on eggshells, trying to decode the silence. It's not about resolution. It's about punishment. You're supposed to suffer for upsetting her, even if you don't know what. You did, and she'll only talk again once you've been adequately humbled. Stoic response. Don't chase silence. Don't reward emotional punishment. Ask once, then detach. Your peace isn't hostage to someone's cold war. Part 6. Playing the comparison game. Suddenly she starts bringing up her ex who used to do that for her, her friend's boyfriend who just gets it, even strangers on social media who treat women right. This is designed to make you feel less, than to spark insecurity, to get you competing for her validation, to get you proving your worth. But here's the truth. If she's comparing, she's not appreciating. And manipulation thrives where gratitude dies. Stoic truth. A man who is not content with what he has will not be content with what he seeks. Seneca, the same goes for her. If she can't appreciate your presence, let her admire someone else's. Part 7. Shifting the blame, you catch her in a lie. You bring up a pattern. You calmly express a boundary. Her response? You're too sensitive. You're imagining things. You're the one always starting drama. Now suddenly you're the villain for noticing her behavior. This is classic gaslighting. It's not just denial, it's reversal. She flips the script so you question your own sanity. Stoic guard. Observe her patterns, not just her words. Truth doesn't require explanation. If you feel like you're always wrong, pause and investigate. Part 8. Future faking. This one's seductive. She talks about future vacations, dream homes, kids' names, moving in together, and it all sounds so real. You get emotionally invested. You start sacrificing more. You ignore the red flags. But here's the issue. It's a fantasy used to lock in your present loyalty. The future never actually arrives. She just keeps you orbiting with promises and potential. Stoic wisdom. Do not confuse words for actions. Look for follow-through, not fantasies. A future without effort is manipulation in disguise. Part 9. The drama bait sometimes. Manipulation comes in the form of constant chaos. Every week, a new crisis, a new enemy, a new reason for her to spiral. You become her emotional punching bag, her unpaid therapist, her stability. But underneath the drama is control. She keeps you distracted, reactive, exhausted. And when you finally speak up, you're being selfish. I'm just overwhelmed. Stoic rule. Drama is a smokescreen. Don't solve storms she creates. Let chaos own itself. You stay grounded. Part 10. Disguised ultimatums. These sound like it's your choice. But if you really loved me, you're free to do what you want. Just know how I'll feel. I'm not saying no. I just wouldn't be okay if you did that. They look like choices, but feel like threats. You're technically free, but emotionally cornered. That's the final manipulation tactic, making you choose her comfort over your freedom. And if you do it once, you'll do it forever. Stoic discipline. Freedom is responsibility. If she can't accept a version of you that's self-led, she doesn't love you. She loves control. So what do you do with all of this? You don't blame all women. You don't harden your heart. You don't become paranoid. You become aware. Because here's what Stoicism teaches us. If someone succeeds in provoking you, realize your mind is complicit in the provocation. Marcus Aurelius. That means if she can manipulate you, it's because you haven't trained your mind to notice. And now you have. So moving forward, don't argue with tactics. Stay centered. Don't chase emotions. Observe them. Don't react. Respond with purpose. A Stoic man doesn't fear female manipulation. He studies it. He recognizes it. And he calmly decides whether it's worth his peace. Because in the end, the highest form of power isn't control over others. It's control over yourself. If this hit home, hit subscribe. For more insight on Stoic masculinity and modern female psychology, drop a comment with your story. And if you're ready for the next level of awareness, the next video is waiting. Stay grounded. Speak few. Watch everything. This is Stoicism in the age of emotional